All right, we're gonna make this fast. If you don't want to waste any time, if you got somewhere to be, you want to get straight to the meta. Your best bet is it's Drift Charge Kit and Air Trick Expert with Air Trick Bounty. The reason this is meta, or meta in air quotes, is because the Drift Charge Kit is basically all of the level 1 charges and like level 2 charges and level 3 all in one. And it gives you +3 handling, so it's just overall better. And then the Air Trick Expert plus Air Trick Bounty. Air Trick Expert makes you do air tricks way more fast than you would regularly, and Air Trick Bounty is you get 2 rings for every trick that you do. So if you're in the air and you're spamming tricks with Air Trick Expert, you're gonna farm rings fast. This is what the meta in air quotes probably is right now. This is meta, and also air. You could either do air trick. You get not air trick. You do either drift charge kit with ultimate charge, and then level 3 quick charge, or what I've seen people do is this. But this is typically for like boards. From what I've seen, is technical drift, and then like level 2 charge. This is also meta in air quotes because what the goal is to just be constantly drifting so you get the ultimate charge. This basically lets you avoid most items and stuff that hits you. It's what I've been seeing everybody run, and I don't run it personally. I was gonna try because it doesn't work for me. Like I just can't get behind it. I'm gonna keep experimenting with stuff, obviously, but I just can't get behind it. But if you want 2 builds to run and you don't know what the meta is, that's probably the meta. Down to the actual tier list. Starting boost bounty. This is not a bad gadget. It's more used in time trials than it is in actual races, if anything. It just gives you 30 rings at the start of the race if you hit a good boost, a starting boost. Not bad, but not really good either. I'd say about C tier. Air Trick Bounty. Like I said, pair this with Air Trick Expert is really good. By itself, it's honestly not worth running, in my opinion. Unless you have a free open slot and just need extra rings, then maybe, but by itself, it's generally not worth running, in my opinion. So I'm gonna give it like B tier by itself. But if you put it with Air Trick Expert, that goes all the way up to like S, even maybe A. We'll see. It's up there for sure. Item attack bounty. I've never used this personally. Get rings when hitting others with items. I don't know how much rings you get, so I can't give the exact amount. I've never used it. Like I said, I don't think it's really that good. Unless you're just spamming every attack item you get, then maybe it can be worth running. Like it'd be good, but I don't run it. I don't see the point in running it. D tier. Runoff bounty. This is you continuously get rings when using speed items to cross the acceleration areas. This is not a bad one per se, but it's once again one of those things that's used in time trials more than real races, because this is just, it's a rare occurrence unless you're just, you get an item, you get a wisp every time, but even then still not worth running. D tier. Slipstream bounty. This is an amazing gadget. I'm gonna give it B tier. What it does is you continuously get rings while a slipstream is occurring. A slipstream is just, well, y'all know what a slipstream is, but it occurs when you're behind someone or behind a group of people. And if you pair this with, what's it called, extended slipstreams occur more often. Not only do they occur more often, well, actually no, I'm not gonna talk about it, but if you pair these two together, you're just getting a constant influx of rings. This is these two are ones that you see in a lot of my builds that I run, like for example here as well, and here. So it's a really good, if even by itself it's really good, so I'd say like B tier. But you pair it with extended slipstream, it's like a travel ring bounty. Don't use this. D tier. Don't bother. Literally don't bother. It's literally not worth running unless you really just have extra slots and want extra rings. Don't bother. Morph action bounty. Once again, not worth running. Perfect charge bounty. I've seen a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, I've seen like 1 or 2 people run this. Release the drift as soon as the charge level is filled to get rings. If you're really good at perfectly charging it, then I mean, and you're spamming drift, then yes, it can be good. Quick way to farm rings, but I personally feel like there's better ways of doing that. C2. Dash, panel bounty. This one isn't, it's in a weird spot in my opinion. Because it's either a really good one or it's a really bad one. It's way too map dependent in my opinion. I've had races where I front ran and I had this on and there were like no dash panels like at all. So like in my opinion it's just way too situational, not worth running. Same for dash mini panel because they basically do the same thing. It's not bad, it's just way too situational. So I'm gonna give it like a C tier. Dash panel combo bounty. This is no. I just don't think you should run it. D tier. 130 ring limit and 200 ring limit because they do the same thing. They're not bad, but I wanna make this known. They do not increase your top speed. Your top speed when you reach 100 rings is like a, I forgot what the actual percentage is, but it gives you like a 6%. I could be so wrong, but it gives you increase your top speed. The more rings you have will not increase your top speed. You're still maxed out at 100. What this does, it acts as like an inventory, like for more rings. So like if you were to get hit, you would lose less rings. That's basically what this does. Which I mean, I guess if you want to run it, you can. I personally don't think it's worth it. I'm gonna give this D tier. It's not as good as people think. Mini ring thief. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about these two together as well. Mini ring thief and ring thief. Both do the same thing. You steal rings when colliding with other machines. I think this is good, depending on what kind of kart type you run. Like if you're running extreme gear, I don't think you really want to run this because you don't really want to be bumping into people. Same with like speed cars. I'd only say run this with like power cars, maybe acceleration as well, and sometimes even handling with the right build. But it's a weird one because you really don't want to be bumping into people unless that's what you're going for. So I'm gonna give it a B tier. It's not bad, but you know, like why bother? Ring game mini boost and ring game boost. These are amazing. You get like I think it's a 20% burst of speed or 20 plus increase to your top speed whenever you get rings. For ring game boost itself, I don't know how much it is for mini boost, but I know for ring game boost it's a 20 plus. Really not bad at all. I'm gonna give it A tier. And if you pair this with like, let's see, a slipstream bounty and extend slipstream, you're getting constant rings and you're getting a constant boost of speed. Really good combo. I would recommend. If the ring range up, I've never personally used this, but it could be helpful if you struggle to pick up rings. But at the same time, that's what the other perks are for, so you can gather them without having to pick them up, because sometimes people just steal them. So I'm gonna give it like C tier. Extended slipstream, this is goated A tier. Slipstreams occur more often. Not only do they occur more often, but I'm pretty sure they're longer and have a bigger range than regular slipstreams, allowing you to get a slipstream from like if you're even farther back than you usually would. And they're faster. I think I could be wrong on that. I could be so wrong, but from my experience personally, that's what's happened, and I do think this is worth running, or one of the better gadgets to run. A tier. Air drift mobility up. I've never ran it. personally, and yeah, no, D tier. Same for charge jump, mobility up, D tier. Yeah, there's no point. Air trick adept, B tier. It doesn't increase your air tricks by that much, honestly. You're better off running air trick expert, which is the better one anyway, because you can just spam rigs, and like I said, pair that with air trick bounty. You're gonna farm rings like crazy. Collision boosts. This one's in a weird spot for me. First of all, B tier, but it's in a weird spot for me. I've had games where this can be a genuine game changer, and I've also had games where it actively sells me. Like, there's been times where, like, let's say we're on that one part of Metal Harbor, and I'm about to hit we're about to go to the next lap, and it's that little area that's under the bridge. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I've had times where I tried doing that skip, or I tried taking that shortcut, and I literally got boosted off because somebody was right there. This can either make or break your games, but it's not necessarily bad. I give it a B tier. Spin drift, don't bother unless you're like, for competitive, don't bother. But if you're just doing it for kids and shiggles, and I mean, I guess it could be worked, but outside of it being funny, I don't think it's really that good. B tier. Level 1 quick charge, this is goated. B tier, no, A tier actually, because depending on what machine or what cart you're in, this can really make or break your games, like, genuinely. I think this is what it does is obviously it fills your level 1 drift charge faster, and that with some vehicles, like I'm using acceleration vehicle right now, and the acceleration vehicle has such a bad speed boost stat, and this completely fixes that. Same with all these pretty much do the same thing. Level 2 quick charge, level 3 quick charge. These all pretty much do the same thing, just obviously for different levels. I would say level 1 is probably the best out of these three. Level 2, it's not bad, but you'd be better off running level 1 unless you were to run these two together. Then it could be good. So I'm gonna give this one B tier. And level 3 quick charge, level 2 is the best boost you can possibly get. Level 3 quick charge should really only be running if you're going for ultimate charge build. Outside of that, by itself, it's like C tier, not even just B tier. It's really not worth running by itself. Speaking of ultimate charge, like I said earlier, you see this everywhere online, because it negates all items, right? Because it just makes you invincible. So if you're just spamming drifts, this can work really well. But I don't personally use it, and I think there's better I mean, if you can make it work, you can make it work, but I can't. So I'm gonna give it A tier, admittedly, because like I said, it's really good if you can make it work, but I just can't. Perfect charge, release the drift as soon as the charge level is filled to boost even faster. I've never used this, but same as the perfect drift or perfect charge bounty or whatever. If you're good at getting the perfect charge, then I guess this can be good, but I don't see the real use in it. I'm gonna give it D tier, C tier, no D, yeah. Technical drift, I see this run with extreme gear a lot. While drifting in landform, charging speed increases, but the chance of sliding out also increase. What this does, it charges, like I said, it charges your drift faster, or it charges your boost faster, right? But it's also like really slippery, from what I've noticed. If you learn how to control it, this is really good. You see players like Gagdet the Havoc running it. Screw that guy, by the way. Keeps beating me in a race. But if you learn how to control it, it could be good. Friction drift, I've never seen anybody use this, and I don't see why you would. You slow down while drifting, but it charges the drift gauge much faster. This could be good. I actually might mess around with it, but I really don't see why you'd want to slow down while drifting. Kind of quick charge. While oh wait, give this a like a C, and then counter quick charge. I'm gonna give this a B, or no, an A, no, a B, because while it's not bad and it does sound good on paper, what it does is fill one level of gauge once you're doing a counter drift, which is like when you switch. It's like snaking. So when you switch the way you're drifting in while drifting, and it fills 1 bar. While this isn't bad, I personally feel like this should not take up 3 slots. I feel like you're trading a lot, in my opinion, if you're running this, and it's just not worth it. I mean, that's about it. Beater. All of these starters literally don't bother. What they do is they all give you either plus 10 stats or plus 20 stats. This one gives plus 10 during the first lap. This one gives plus 20 during the second lap. I mean the first lap. This one gives plus 10 during the third lap, and this one gives plus 20 during the third lap. Literally, do not bother. Do not bother. None of these are worth running. There's so many better options. Do not bother. D tier, all of them. All these tuners, I say personal preference, right? Because they all do certain things. If you want more speed, sure, go for it. Run the speed tuners. Want more acceleration? Don't go for these. I wouldn't say go for these personally, because they take away from handling and boost, which on certain vehicles are already low, as you can see. Not worth it. Handling, go for it. Power, I mean, like, all of these are like personal preference. I'd say if you really need it or want it, sure, why not. C tier, all of them. The support, all of these are, this one, okay, maximum traction is actually not bad for that one Blizzard map. This is one is mostly used for time trials, and you're not really gonna, you're not gonna be running this. Like, it's not bad, but it's way too map specific. Unless you're doing time trials, D tier. Second win. After falling off course, get a boost item. Once again, I don't think it's worth running, but if you find yourself falling off a lot, then I guess, but I personally wouldn't run it. D tier. Bumper guard. If this sounds really good on paper, it prevents rings from being dropped when bumping into walls. If you know how to drive like at all, you're not going to need this. And then, like I said, there's also just way better gadgets that give you more rings anyway. D tier. Invincible star. Don't waste your time. D tier. Item keeper. This can be good if you're like running a bad game, or like if you're like bagging. But I've never bagged. I don't really use this at all. But it can be good, so I'm gonna say like C tier. Quick recovery. This one's in a weird spot for me. Well, I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's really good either, because I've had games where this literally does nothing for me. And then I have games where it saves me. I think this depends on most of these depend on what kart you're running, and I think this is definitely one of those. If you're running this with like a, what's it called, extreme gear, this could be good. Handling too, maybe, because those are like the lighter weapons, or not lighter carts in the game. Or if you just want to tank hits, you can run this with power cart. Like, it really depends on what kart you're in my opinion. But even then, it takes up 3 slots, which can be bad in some people's eyes. So I would say B tier. You're trading a lot if you're running this. Crash pads have some numbers of rings when taking damage. Once again, one of those things that sound good on paper, but there's gadgets that literally, you know, you can just get rings back extremely quick, so this really doesn't matter. The only way I can see you running this is if you're running like a really ring based build and you like need the rings. Outside of that, I don't see it. I don't see a point in running it in D tier. Inventory swap, a lot of like inventory top, inventory plus. This whole item control area, I personally don't feel is really worth running unless you're bagging, or yeah, if you're bagging. And I'm not a bagging player. I feel like it's kind of corny, in my opinion. Like, and I know why people do it. The items in this game can definitely be very unfair at times. So bagging is a viable strat. One of the top players is Toe. That's all he does. He's not good at the game. I'm joking. Do this strategy. So I mean, like, it can work if that's how you want to play, by all means. But I don't do it. But if you want to do it, yeah, you can. So I'm gonna give these two. I'm gonna give inventory plus B tier. Inventory swap, I think, is way too situational, in my opinion. Once again, in my opinion, because I did use these. Like, I tried almost every gadget in here, and I just didn't find the use of it. So I'm gonna give it C tier. But inventory plus is a lot better. These four right here, not worth running. Defense item up seems like it'd be worth running, like you'd assume, but you have to remember, at the end of the day, RNG is RNG. There's been times where I ran this and I just didn't get defense items at all. So it really, at the end of the day, RNG is going to be RNG. So some of these really not worth running, in my opinion. D tier. But for some reason, whiff chance up, you get whiff chance. You get whiff almost every item. I had a match where I ran this and I got a boost item almost every time I got an item box. I don't know why the difference between these four or between these five is so huge. But if you are gonna run like something that increases your item chance, definitely one with chance. It's way better than the other four. Boost starter, this not worth running. Unless you're doing like time trials, not worth running. Dark child starter, not worth. I've seen people use it and it can be used, but I don't think it's worth. D tier. These two I give C. The warp ring, you can't even use this in outside of offline races, so D tier, I guess. Giant rocket punch, don't waste your time. D tier, D tier, D tier. This one, it's not good. Like, it's funny, but it's not good. It takes up 3 slots. D tier. Unless you like, you keep it for the whole race, or like if you save it for defensive, then maybe you can use it like that. But outside of that, I don't really think it's good. D tier. Drift charge kit, S tier. Without a doubt, S tier. It takes all the kits, not all the kits, it takes all the level charges, put them in one, and you get +3 handling. S tier. Almost every top player you'll see will use this in some way, shape, or form. It's amazing. I definitely would recommend using it with almost any build, and any kart as well. It's amazing. S tier. Item hoarder. Once again, I think it can be good if you're a backing player, or if you find yourself without items a lot, because people do just, like, people in this game are mean. They will like literally drive in front of you just to steal your item. But outside of that, I don't really think it's all that good. B tier, B. Because it also helps you hold 3 items and gives you an item when you complete a lap. So this can be good. Like I said, it can be good if you're bagging. And maybe if you run this with like defense item chance up, you could just have a lot of defense items. Maybe, I don't think that's how that works, but maybe it could. Situational, but still not bad, so I'm gonna give it B tier. Damage support, do not waste your time. Literally do not waste your time. D tier. And all these machine types kits, I don't think are worth running besides speed and boost. Everything else genuinely isn't worth running, but do keep in mind you have to be running that specific cart when you use this. So if you're gonna run a speed machine kit, you have to be running a speed machine. Obviously, if you're gonna run boost machine kit, you have to be running a boost machine kit. They both do different things. I can put them on real quick just to show you the stat. Just to show you the stat difference. So if I didn't put it on. So for a speed machine kit, it takes away from your acceleration, but gives you plus 20 speed. And then for a boost machine, it takes away from your power, but gives you boost, obviously. So, it, like I said, you know, it's up to you if you use this. I personally would say there's better choices, but this is personal preference. At the end of the day, I wouldn't say they're necessarily bad. I would say there's, like I said, I'd say there's better, not bad. I'm gonna give them all C tier because I think it's just preference. But objectively, there's better. And that's about it. That's all the gadgets. And I want to make it known, I'm not a pro or anything. I'm not even top 100, but I am Legend 7, and I have like 100 hours on this game. I'm very much unemployed. Yeah, I'm ranked 244 in the world ranking. For PlayStation ranking, I'm ranked 61. So, you know, take everything I say with a grain of salt at the end of the day. And also keep in mind, you can win with almost anything. You don't need to be running the meta. But you know, that there is perks, or there is gadgets that are just objectively better to run. But that's about it. Sorry if this is like awkward. I'm not really good with words, and it's been a while since I recorded anything. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll maybe see you on the racetrack. Peace.